So, good evening. Welcome back to another video. It's John Sinclair TV back again, and it's a Premier League prediction show underneath. And I haven't done it for a long time. Did it with Macy, but obviously just hadn't had a chance. So I got Lottie. Good evening to you, Lottie.
Hey, John, how are you?
I'm champion. Not too bad. Just I was supposed to be finishing early today, and I didn't. So what it was, I was supposed to be in the warehouse, and I was told I got to go driving. 2.5 hours later, so not very best at that sort of thing, but it is what it is. So yeah. So guys, you can join in the fun as well. And if you like the video, like what you see, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, super chat, and also membership as well. And do follow Lottie on Lottie_AWF&C. So and it's absolutely freezing as well. I'll go through the comments as well. Welcome to chatters. Looking forward to sure to meet. Get your thoughts from John Lottie. Like, subscribe, and share it to socials, please, to help John's channel grow. Thank you very much indeed. Big up to Alan. Hi to Leslie again. And asking Alan what the thoughts on the game. Hi to Jules. Hi to Leslie. And Leslie chatting to Jules as normal as well. Although we can call her Julie Poo. Bless her. So yeah, what we do, we go through the scores, right? You know what the prediction is going to be. You can join as well, and it's going to be fun. And got some more comments as well. Hi to Doug as well. Good luck tonight against Real Madrid. That is not going to be easy. I'm not sure you're going to turn out around. To be fair, I hope we do. Good luck, and big up to Jay as well. So and Lottie, of course. So just before you go in for the predictions, you won on, I believe you won the last game. And how did you feel? Good win against Fulham.
Yeah, it's at the moment for me. I'm not looking at the end of the season. I'm looking at it game by game. Like every game's cup final. Doesn't matter if it's in Europe. Doesn't matter if it's Premier League. Every game's cup final. 3 points. Every 3 points is massive. But yeah, no, I did enjoy a win over at Craven Cottage.
Yeah, massive win.
Always do. And Arteta is officially the first manager to win all his London derbies in a season.
Wow. That is absolutely amazing. I mean, everyone in the route anyway, and look what he's done.
To make it, oh no, sorry, John, to make it even better, it was his 100th win, but he has turned around to the media and said it's not a trophy. So we know what he wants this season now.
He wants the big one, doesn't he? He wants the title, and that's what he wants. And you know what? If he wins the title, sort of thing, tell some of the fans to eat their words. It's as simple as that.
Oh yeah,
and you can't,
certain sections, yeah, not everyone, but certain sections.
Exactly. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna go through the tables as well. If I can, before you go for the prediction as well. And I don't know what's going on, but I will get up there, sort of thing. So, and
no
just for the viewers to know where we at, I'll share the screen a second, and this is where we share that one as well. There you go. And that is, I think that's the one. Yeah, you can see the tables. Can you, Lottie? Yeah?
Yeah.
See the table?
My beautiful team's just at the top with a solid 5 wins. Beautiful.
Yes. Beautiful wins. Absolutely. 21 wins as well. Top of the table, 5 points clear of Manchester City. Then Man United on third, 50. Then Spurs, 48. And then we've got Newcastle, 2 games in hand over Tottenham, and we need to start winning more games as well. And then you got Liverpool down there on 42 points as well. And if you look at the bottom of the table, Lottie, I tell you something, it's so excited. Anyone from 12th, from Crystal Palace, up to Southampton, 20th, could still get dragged into it. It's going to be exciting. What do you think of the bottom of the table?
Yeah, no, it's going to be interesting to see who goes down. It will depend on the run of fixtures and who's playing the top 5. Not including Tottenham, obviously, but they're not really that much of a big club. But and I'll always say that. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think we've got a tough game this weekend with Palace at home. I mean, we just about scraped us. I think it was 3-2 or 2-2 last season. No, it was a 2-2. I was standing in the North Bank. I was in the lower. We just about scraped a 2-2 with Lacazette last minute goal. So it's going to be interesting to see what Patrick brings. But everybody else, it's going to be interesting to see what they pull out the bag, because Leicester and West Ham are like lukewarm this season. I think the bottom 3 will be the ones to go down, but I really fancy throwing Wolves into that mix for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe just Wolves is a possibility as well.
Yeah. I think it'd be probably Nottingham Forest. And I think Leeds will go as well. I think Bournemouth, in my opinion, is going to stay up this season. I think Bournemouth will do okay under Gary O'Neill because what he's done, he went 2 against you lot, lost by 3 goals to beat Liverpool. We couldn't beat Bournemouth home and away, right? And they scored against Tottenham, 2 up against Spurs and lost. And I think Bournemouth are going to fight for everything. I like Philip Bean.
They've also just beaten Liverpool, haven't they? So
they have on Saturday,
which was interesting. But Liverpool have not been fantastic this season. They've been really, really bad since they've lost Mane.
I know. Soon as Mane went, they haven't been the same team. Then again, we couldn't beat Liverpool home and away, and that's the thing. The only way you're going to beat Liverpool now if we just keep trying and then compete as well. And then one day, believe you and me, we're going to beat Liverpool. We are going to beat Liverpool, and let's be honest. It'll make my day. The team want to beat Liverpool. Want to beat United.
We've got them at Anfield coming up soon. So
yes. Well, good luck.
I
hope you in that game as well.
Got them in.
Hope you in that game as well. So
I'm dreading it. I'm dreading it.
I know. It's tough. It's tough. We're definitely going to go to that game in a couple of weeks' time where they come to it, right? So let's go on. We're going to go for the teams between now until the weekend. Right, go for some more comments as well. I got one from Mason Football Chat. I'm not in Spain. No, mate. Goes, I haven't got the money. Well, I have, but I just can't get the time off, so I'm not going to Spain. So, not to like Mason.
That's a shame.
It is, isn't it? They got to leave. By the way, how you keeping fine, mate? Hope you're okay. Wilfred's interview earlier was surprised. He seemed quite flat, maybe because his team are not delivering at all whatsoever. He's out of contract at the end of the season, and for me personally, where will he go? There's reports saying he could be off to Saudi Arabia. So that'd be interesting. And Alan saying, hi, and Leslie, with predictions there, bottom's very tight. It's indeed Lee. For me to go down Southampton, Leeds, and Everton. And Leslie is saying, nice one, Alan. Watch it later. C clock upset. Yes. Right, let's go on to the predictions. The first one to go to, right, is tonight's game. It's an M23 derby, I believe. It's the game between Brighton and Palace. Brighton having a cracking season under Zerbi. When he take over, I thought he was absolutely fantastic. I know that guy, Austrian, when he managed Sassuolo in the Italian league, that guy plays football the correct way. And Crystal Palace are really, really struggling as well. Brighton only won 2 of the last 5 games, but also drawn 2, lost 1 along the way. And Crystal Palace, I'm afraid to say, they have not had 1 shot on target in 270 minutes. So, how do you think it'll go? Who do you think will win? And how will it go?
Well, Brighton are at home, so it's going to be a complete Brighton control for me because they have most of the games they have their possession, they have the way they play, and I'm gonna go for a 3-1 to Brighton. Although, no, after hearing those minutes, I don't think they're going to get any goals at this point. And the Zaha, as it was mentioned earlier, Zaha's he looks flat. He just doesn't look like he's the normal Zaha. But when he comes up against us, he's gonna find one. He will.
Yeah, he's still a quality player, Zaha, on his day, but he just looks a bit.
I'm
flat.
not his biggest fan. I'm not his biggest fan. His attitude stinks, especially when he wanted the transfer to Arsenal. And like, as someone said to me, I went, no, don't want him. It just
no.
He's where he should be. If not, he needs to find another mid-table team if he's not happy.
I could have to agree because I think he's past his. I think he's that ship itself.
He doesn't even deserve to come to Newcastle. I
wouldn't have him.
No,
I wouldn't have him. No disrespect for Wilfred, but at the end of the day, right? I mean, he went to Man United, couldn't sell up north, went back to London, and unfortunately, that's his club. I mean, I think he'd be settled in London, and I think would it be at Palace next season? Probably not. But he's out of contract, and he'll go where the money is. So it is what it is.
Oh yeah,
and
oh no, definitely. I mean, he's coming to the end of his career now. He's what? He's got to be at least 30 now, isn't he?
30.
Yeah, he's 30. Yeah, he's a month younger than I am, so 30. I've just checked. Just checked exactly 1 month and 1 day. That makes me feel absolutely fabulous. But yeah, he's 30. He's going to be looking for his next big contract just to finish his career off, and just
absolutely.
yeah.
You go with them. You go where the money is. You know what I mean? If he was ambitious, then he could go to he could have played in the Italian league sort of thing, and I think he really.
Do you know what? I think that would really suit him actually.
Absolutely.
I mean, it suits. What's his name? Oh, what's his name? Chelsea. He's just left in Chelsea.
Lukaku.
Yes, that's his name. I was thinking. I remember his first name, but I forgot his last name. That's how important he is to me.
Yeah. I know what you mean. So for me, I'm going to say convincing Brighton win, and you know what I mean? If they win, they go level with Liverpool. I'm going to say Brighton 2, Palace 0. I think Brighton are a decent side. I mean, that Alexis McAllister, that guy is a baller. Him, Macedo, most of Macedo as well. We've been linked to him as well for the summer, but it'd probably be a bit pricey. So you see what the other people says in the comments, which I can't find yet. But we got one from Stephanie. Hi, Stephanie. You know what? You know, she watches my channel all the time, and she's a big fan of my channel as well. And she says good things about us as well, and you as well, Lottie. You never know what you're going to get with Liverpool winning 7 1 week, losing 1 out next. Totally inconsistent. And you know what? We could not beat Liverpool at all.
You just don't know who's going to turn up.
Exactly. Just off topic for Lee, did you see talks where when Tyson called Simon Jordan Sausage? It was so funny. Yes, I did. Wow. But they get on along, Lee. They get on. They really get on as well. Brighton will have too much for the Palace in attack. That's from Alan. I have to agree. I'm not on Twitter. Does anyone know what Shearer said about McAllister? Well, I didn't hear that at all today. If someone leave in the comments,
I'm not quite too sure either. To be fair, I haven't had a chance to be on Twitter. I've only replied to you today. I've had a busy day with work, so not too sure.
All right. And they've got Jules, I know, but didn't at all whatsoever. But if someone gives McAllister, if you want to be ambitious, right? If you want to go regular Champions League football every season, then Alexis McAllister right on doorstep. Do you know what I mean? We are the richest owners in the world, not the richest club in the world. We've got the richest owners in the world. But let me say this now, right? If he's available, we should be all over him as well. Selling the project, no doubt about it. He'd be a wanted guy. He'd be a wanted guy all over the world. And thank you very much indeed, Jules, as always, and I appreciate that. Don't forget to share this show on socials. Help us reach the new viewers. Thank you very much indeed. And also do follow Vic Acres Wonderland, which is, of course, your channel. And it's a wonderful channel too. There's some good players out of contracts in the summer signing. Yes, they are indeed, Lee. Totally agree. The summer transfer is going to be absolutely magic. I'm telling you. I'll be doing plenty of daily transfer updates. Do it every day throughout the summer. Keep us peeled. Lukaku's been sent back to Chelsea, though, isn't he? He will be at the end of the season. Inter Milan cannot afford him. They don't want him. They're going to send him back to Chelsea. So I think Lukaku's in limbo, to be fair. 96 million off the English pounds. Wow.
When they originally brought him back, I was like, they got fleeced.
Exactly.
But he's so much better suited to the Italian leagues than he is here.
True.
I think the only game that he was good, it was at home at the Emirates, and I wasn't impressed as an Arsenal fan, but that was the only decent game I remember him. He was actually half decent. I was paying attention to what he was doing, if you know what I mean. Yeah,
absolutely. You know what it is. I mean, I think Kane, what did him, and I said this before, that interview with Sky Italia, right? And I watched one of the Chelsea channels, right? I'm not going to mention it, but I tell you what, Mando's football, that guy, that's what he's talking about. And he said about Lukaku, that interview Sky Italia. And when he said to Sal Martinez and say, don't run retarded, stay there, I'm coming back. That got caught. Red-handed. I'm not blaming Chelsea Football Club for this. I blame Lukaku because he might have just cost Chelsea the title by coming out and doing a stupid interview. I'll tell you what now, I'll be clear. If any of our players did that, right, doing an interview behind our club's back, I don't care who they are, right, they're gone. They're done. As long as I'm saying, they are done. I don't care who they are. Whether we use Isak, Wilson, ASM, Botman, whoever does that, right, and put our club in dispute like Lukaku's done, they are done. I'm telling you. Simple as that.
I think that applies to anyone, any supporter of any club. That's it. The fans will turn on you. That's it. I mean, I don't know if you saw this when we played Chelsea at the Bridge, the silly Sky advert. I'm blue, I'm back. Be ready, Arsenal. Like, are you serious? you've got 8 touches in the whole game. Do you know what I mean? Go away. That number 9 shirt for Aubameyang is cursed at Chelsea. Like, he's been invisible all season. Like, and the fact that Sky had the front to come out and do that advert.
Yeah.
Like, how stupid does he look? Like,
shocking. It is. You're right. Unbelievable, Jeff. Exactly. Hello, lovelies. Brighton got this without a doubt. That's in Stephanie. I hope Palace win that game and get back on track. So Brighton don't go level catch us as well. We spent rice in the transfer market. Yes, we do. We have got to spend 250 million in the summer. At least 5 new signings in the summer. Absolutely. Big up to Gary D, by the way. And Gary D said hi to you as well. And let's leave green with Lee. Right, let's go on to the next game. I'm going to say 2-0 Brighton convincingly win. The next game is going to be Southampton against Brentford. Southampton bottom of the table. They had a good point against United. It's on a 0-0 draw as Casemiro got sent off. We're going to talk about that game later. And against a very good Brentford team, which I'd love to see Ivan Toney back at St James's Park after he gets banned, obviously. So that game is going to be so close to call. Southampton are getting slightly better. And Brentford, I mean, they just keep going and going and going. What do you think of that game?
Do you know what? I think that's probably one of the more interesting. Like, as much as I'd absolutely like Brighton and Palace, and I like to watch them play. I think if I was watching one of the 2 games tonight, it'd be the Southampton-Brentford one, just to see how it goes. Raya in the last couple of weeks hasn't been fantastic away from home. So it'd be interesting to see how Ward-Prowse approaches that as well, because he's had a couple of good goals recently, but I can see that game being a draw.
Yeah.
I don't know what the score will be, but it will be a draw.
For me, I mean, Southampton need to win that game. If they got any hopes of staying up, right, they have got to win this game. Because if they don't win that game, then they could be in serious trouble. Yes, they won 2 at the last 5 games. I get that. But if they win that neat, then they'd be at the bottom 3 totally. Excuse me, then Leeds will be bottom of the table. So I'm going to say Brentford just to win that game. I'm going to say Southampton 1. I think they'll score Southampton 1, Brentford 3 in that game. I think Brentford.
I'd like that score. I've got Ivan Toney in my fantasy football team this week, so I'll take that.
Absolutely,
I will take that.
You know what it is?
I need the points.
I take it back. I take it back. You know what I mean? But so it's going to be tough. But I think Brentford. But you're right. But it's a tough score. And big up to Darren, by the way. Hi to Darren. I hope you are just going to get that again. Missed out that one. Got back to Lee. Players should respect their clubs they play for. Exactly. Let's be real. I'm not going to lie.
No player will ever be bigger than the club they play for.
Exactly. I mean, if they think
2
they are.
examples from my club: Mesut Ozil and Aubameyang.
Yeah, Mesut Ozil, man. I mean, everyone's singing that Mesut Ozil song.
He did the same at Besiktas as well over in Turkey. They took him off and isolated him.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So, not good at all. But like I said before, I mean, if they say, but the thing is, though, our fan base, right? I mean, if say Maximin did that, right? Spoke to like French paper and he said that he's not very happy at Newcastle, blah blah blah. And let's be real, right? And that gets back to Newcastle, and it's true. Then get a moose. Because at the end of the day, and then our fans say he didn't say that. Leave it alone. Well, at the end of the day, right? If you're not happy, it's like your club. Like Ozil's done that. Yeah, a couple of your players done that before. Do you know what I mean? And the fans, the thing is, your fan base, right? Your fan base do not sugarcoat anyone. That is the thing. You call them out. You call it.
Yeah, but some of our fan base take it too far. And when things have gone wrong, players like Saka, players like Gabriel Martinelli, all of them. In fact, it doesn't matter. They've all been subject to abuse, racist, whatever, threatening behaviour from Arsenal fans. So it's not just one player that gets all of it. I mean, we can go back to the Euros. Look at the amount of abuse Rashford got. Was it Sancho and Saka?
Sancho as well, yeah.
It was ridiculous. So Our fan base might not hold back, but sometimes it goes too far.
Absolutely.
It goes way too far. And even in on Arteta, even on us, I can go back to Arsene Wenger. It was awful. It was bloody awful.
Absolutely. I totally agree. But what you do after the game, you can have a say, right? But be constructive, but don't abuse them. Just say he ain't good enough. He was poor. He was rubbish. You can say that. Just call it out.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But don't go overboard. Do you know what I mean? So.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Right. It's a bit like someone tried to lay into me at one point last season. On I think Granit Xhaka got his 3rd or 4th red card last season. Yeah. And I put you absolute. I called him a donut, and then I put a GIF on it. And the amount of grief I got for calling him a donut is like I'm not calling him a see you next Tuesday. And I was like, what is wrong with people? People know I don't like the guy. Do you know what I mean?
I do. Shocking. But, you know, but like I said, if Ace have a poor game, I'll call it. If Wolves have a poor game, I'll call it. Do you know what I mean? I'm sorry, but I'll just say it how it is. And if people don't like it, tough. If I do player ratings as well, I'll give them a 4. Or if they play poor, I'll quite have given them a 0. But that's another time. So
savage.
Exactly. But we still got to get Nketiah, hopefully in the summer. I mean, guys in the chat,
the defense is in trouble. Nketiah out the door.
In the room.
At the door.
At the door. So
I don't know who said that in the chat the last show, but it hasn't left me. I thought it was brilliant.
Static. Static is another gooner. So, guys, would you take Eddie Nketiah to Newcastle United in the summer? Whether it's on loan and permanent deal? Let us know in the comments, please. Especially, I read that. Big up to Darren, by the way. Dan, where have you been, my guy? Haven't seen for a long time. You know, he's funny. He's a great guy. And do follow him with his socials where he is. And Lee says it's going to be a draw. Leslie said, but during ban, Tony can't even trim with a team, which I think is wrong. Too much of a risk. Well, I hope if he does get banned, do it to the end of the season. And let's be real. And then get him fresh for in the new season, then just get him in. Exactly. John, would you have Mason Mount at Newcastle in the summer? For me, I wouldn't. Not at 75 million quid, I would not. Don't get us wrong. I mean, he's a good player, but I don't think he's any better than anyone we got. We need a CDM, and he's not a CDM. We need like a Edson Alvarez, like a Corney as well, or James Anderson. But this guy, I mean, he's had a poor season, and that's why, right? He's been Tony Castellino said, get this guy to Newcastle. No, Tony, he ain't good enough. 2 games on to need John Brighton or Palace and Southampton for me. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Even Nippon, sorry, John. Nippon's in the chat, and Nippon wants to get rid of him from Chelsea. Like, he can stay at Chelsea. He's so overrated. I don't like Mason Mount. He's so overrated. Sorry, I've just seen that come up from Nippon. I do apologise.
That's nice. So Southampton tonight for me is a draw. That's chatting to Jules, and Jules is very, very good listener as well. Big up to Toon, by the way, big Chelsea fan as well. Big up to Ian as well. Hope you're okay. Take him. Take him. No,
you can keep him. No one wants him.
Never to be good from Lee, and also Nippon and Ian WF as well, and even less is waiting to Nippon and Ian. And let's go some more before we go into the Friday's game. That is, I just give it out. I do apologise, guys. Don't want that one anymore. Let's go straight on to the chat as well. Let's have a look at England. You're going to be next. Got for less. Don't forget to click the likes and show John Lottie's CM. Thank you very much indeed, Jules. Fair play by Xhaka. He's horrible. Threw his teammates under the bus last season. When he got the offers, even though he let his team do loads of surprise, he's still at Arsenal. Do you know what? I think he's having a good season, to be fair.
He's having a brilliant season. I'm really happy with him. Something's changed this season. So I although I'm not his biggest fan, I'm happy with him as a whole this season. He's been bloody brilliant. So something has changed. Whether it's if you've taken certain people out of the changing room or there's an attitude change in him, but it's so much better. And it's a bit odd for me still seeing him wear the armband, which we did see at Sporting last week because Odegaard was ill. But do you know what? I trust Arteta's decision. And within that leadership group, and he was the most experienced in terms of European football there. So I was happy for him to have the armband.
absolutely it's been quality this season. Odegaard, I rate Odegaard very, very highly. Mr. Dawn Tour, big up to you, mate. Massive game on Friday, mate. It's absolutely huge for both sides. And we're going to come on to that one in a bit as well. And likewise, Cansan Lever. I'll show you the next comment as well. Hi, John. Good, mate. Early cash showcase show always quality. Thank you so much indeed. Let's go straight to the next game. It's a Friday game, and it's live. And it's a game between Nottingham Forest and Newcastle United at the City Ground. And this game's going to be a really tough game because Forest, yes, they're in big trouble in a minute, not with enough games. They're got points for the drop zone. Newcastle got a much-needed win on Sunday against Wolves. And I think it's going to be a cracking game. If Newcastle have any hopes getting in the top 4 this season in the Champions League, this is the game we're going to need to win because it's a massive game for Newcastle, also for Forest as well. Forest, they might not have Brendan Johnson playing because he's out injured. I think he's out injured, but it's not been confirmed yet. But I think if he does play, excuse me, I think you're going to be, you have to watch out for the guy because I tell you what, this guy is so trickery, so skillful. And I tell you what, he's got, 10, 11 goals this season. And he is such a exciting. Lottie, how do you think this game's going to go? And can Newcastle get 3 points?
Do you know what? I called your 3 points last week, and I'm going to go for an 89th minute winner from Newcastle for this one. I called it last week, did I not? I said a 6-pointer weekend for us both last week,
you did.
and it did come true. So I'm going to go for an 89th minute winner from Newcastle. It's going to be a hard game. It's always hard going to Forest, especially for us as well. But anyway, I think it's hard for anyone to go up there. I mean, they kept City quiet-ish, so it's going to be a hard game. But as long as you keep your shape, keep the defense solid with Trippier at the back, I think you'll be fine.
Yeah.
And also, it depends on that injury as well. But yeah, I think you're going to take these 3 points nice and easy.
Yeah, let's hope so. And what do you think score is going to be in that game?
2-0. Yeah, 2-0.
Yeah, I'll go 2-0 as well. I think it's going to be tough, but Forest will make it difficult. But I think you're going to get 2 late goals in that game. And I truly believe that Isak will get 1. And I think Bruno will get another as well. But I think it's going to be a tough game. But Brendan Johnson, according to let's come to in a bit.
I don't know why, but I fancy a Kieran Trippier goal. It's been a while.
Yeah, let's hope that's the case. Let's hope we get the first goal. And if you get the first goal, then hey ho, I think that'd be brilliant. Brilliant. If you go through a bad patch, will you trust Xhaka though? All good when things are going well. Just my opinion, anyways. Just didn't like that interview last season he did after our game. Was a disgrace in my opinion. Can't believe that.
Yeah, no, it was, but you've got just got to move on. Things are different. As an Arsenal fan, things are different this season.
Yeah.
And I'm happy with my club. I'm happy with the players. So I if you hold on to that stuff, it's bad energy. You don't want to keep hold of it. It's done now. You can't change it. Do you know what I mean? So
totally agree. But end of the day, right? You had a game in hand last season. You had 3 points of top 3-4 points of Spurs, a game in hand. That we're not going to talk about that. You talk about this season. You've been great. You really have.
Definitely.
And Leslie as well. Hope Brendan Johnson's out for the game. Said today, unlikely to play. I think that'll be a big boost in Newcastle if that is the case. No disrespect for Brendan, but let's be real. I mean, if he plays, I think he's got a good chance. If he plays, get him ticking Forest a tick. And Chris won't be playing on Friday because he's technically on loan from us as well. I agree, John. There's a no-no for Mount, but for Kuna, yes. Thank you for that, Alan. Bruno says ankles fine a day. Newcastle to win by 3-1. So I'm saying 2-0 to Newcastle. And that will get us a point behind Tottenham. That is a game we're going to need to. That's one of our games in hands, by the way. And we have got to win that game because
you need to win that game. You just can't be losing to them. You just need to win it. I'll always anybody who plays Spurs, I will back them. I don't care who they are.
Yeah.
Anyone but Spurs.
Totally agree. And the next one we're going to go to is if I'll just get it out there as well. Next game is Aston Villa under Unai Emery against Bournemouth.
This one's going to be a juicy one. It's going to be a juicy one, I think. Ollie Watkins is on form, which I'm really enjoying in the fantasy football. I've got him in there up the front. Oh God, I'm gonna think. I think Villa are gonna sneak this 2-1 because Bournemouth have been really, really good. I mean, they've just beat a average Liverpool, so they'll be full of confidence. So I'm gonna go for 2-1 for Villa.
This game could go either way, right? I mean, Bournemouth is going to make it difficult for Villa. I think it's going to be a draw. I think Bournemouth is going to make it very difficult for them. I think Bournemouth will take a point all day long, and I'm going to go for 2-2. I think Bournemouth are good. I know it's tough, but I think they're going to make it tough for Villa. I think Bournemouth fighting for their lives there at the bottom of the table. Villa are looking good under Emery. I get that. But Bournemouth will make it very difficult for them. I'm going to say 2-2. I think there'll be goals in this game. I really, 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 really do. So, and just go through the comments as well. Got one from Nippon. Question for Lottie. What are your thoughts on Arsenal supporters who hate Man United more than Tottenham?
That's their opinion. That's their opinion. They can do what they want. I don't, to be honest with you, I hardly like any of the London clubs, so it doesn't make a difference to me. Man United, like, if you really want to answer that question, Man United fans, Chelsea fans, Spurs fans, they're all as equally as annoying, if that helps.
Yeah.
So, unless you're sensible, Nippon, that's not a personal attack on you.
Yeah. Bless him.
There are fans out there you can have sensible conversations with, and it's actually quite nice, but there's fans out there that are completely deluded. And they're not the ones you want to talk to be honest.
Fair dues. Let's go on to the next one. I'm going to say 2-2. And the next is going to be Brentford against Leicester City. Well, Brentford's going really well at home. And Leicester are kind of struggling at the minute, like, you know what I mean? And look at Leicester's form. They lost the last 4 games. You can't go to Brentford with 4 straight defeats there. You just cannot do it. Bang in trouble, Leicester. They really are. I know the goal difference is keeping them mute.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's a nice, easy Brentford win. Absolute easy all day long. I mean, Leicester have been really bad. I mean, I think I got really bored watching them the other day. And I was like, I never get bored of watching football, but it's like watching paint dry. Yeah, no, Brentford, nice, easy 2-0 win.
Yeah, I'm going to go the same. I think Leicester will probably score. But I'm going to go Brentford 3, Leicester 1. I really do, because I think Brentford are good at home. They really are good at home. And I think, under Thomas Frank, that guy is doing an absolute unbelievable job as well. So it is what it is, but it's going to be interesting. So that'll be a good game. Whoever don't support those 2 teams, that'll be a good game to do a watch along as well. I wouldn't be doing it because I don't get much views for it as well. So I'm only a small YouTuber compared to others. So, so let's go on to the next one. Next one's going to be Southampton against Tottenham. Again, that game is a hard one to call. I mean, Spurs, right? Their away form's not that being great, but they've got a good record, by the way, at St Mary's. Southampton, that's another tough game for them.
Yeah, definitely, but realistically, Spurs should be turning Southampton over, but I'd like to see this to be a draw. I'm going to take a 1-1 draw all over. Richarlison's not scoring, Son's not scoring. They're relying on Kane to get penalties. I'm going to have 1-1.
Yeah. For me, that's a game. I'm going to go for a draw as well. 1-1. 1-1 draw that game. And that would be good for us. You know what I mean? We can't.
That'd be very good for you and very good for us as well.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, I take it all day long. 110% there. So even better, Southampton to win. That'd be better. But we go on to the next one. Excuse me. Wolves against Leeds United. Now, this is a relegation dogfight. This, I mean, Wolves only won 1 at the last 5 games, and Leeds United only won once at the last 5 as well, with 3 defeats in there as well. With Leeds, they're creating chances, not attacking them, and Wolves are playing good football under Lopetegui as well. And I think that game could go either way. I mean, last season, Leeds were 2-0 down, and then they came back and won 3-2. And it's going to be a very different game this time. I think it's going to be a draw this game. 2-2.
Do you know what? I quite fancy Leeds because Bamford's back. I don't know why. I like watching Bamford play, so I'm gonna go for a 1-0 win to Leeds. I don't know why, just a 1-0.
Yeah, I think it's going to be 2-2. I think the goals in this game, I mean, there's nobody. I would have said one seat in the game like that, like, you know what I mean? But I would have definitely said that. But I think it's going to be very, 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 very close. I mean, I've got down 2-2, but it's going to be tough. And one of them's got to win. I mean, I tell you what, if Wolves win that game, I think it'll be fine. But if Leeds don't win that game, with the 6 fixtures they got left, the last 6 fixtures they've got to play Man City. They got to play us as well at home.
They've got to play us as well on the 1st of April. I've got my tickets for that. So I was just thinking they've got us as well.
Yes, they have. And they got to play, if I remember serves correctly, I think they got to play, I can't remember they're going to play, but I think they got Leicester home, right? And I truly believe they got to play Bournemouth as well. And I think they got to play Tottenham in it as well. Man City at home. Oh, man, that's going to be so tough.
Yeah, I think there's only one thing to say to that. They're going down in the summer.
I think Leeds
are.
Sorry. And
I'm sorry,
I apologise.
It's really horrible to say, but you can just look at those fixtures and say, yeah, you're not getting out of that.
Yeah.
Unless the other teams miraculously have some faults. So, touch wood, it isn't us or Newcastle.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens as well. But it's going to be interesting there. So I'm going to go and Leeds to win. Lottie, do you think Conte will leave top at the end of the season? I think he will. I think he's done.
I think he's gone. He's a serial winner. He deserves better than Spurs. Simple as. I don't like him. His attitude stinks, but he deserves better as a job for occasioners.
I wouldn't have him in Newcastle. I mean,
he
needs to
go back to Italy, or he needs to go to France or Spain. He needs to leave the English leagues. It's not for him.
I've heard rumours as well from Tottenham that Marcus Silva's top of the list.
Oh, that's interesting. I actually don't know what to make of that.
I don't either. I mean, look, he's done a good job at Fulham. He got them up, and he's playing attractive football.
He has, but Fulham might want to keep hold of him. Do you know what I mean? Because Fulham with that team, they don't necessarily win stuff when they're up here, but they're one team when I was growing up. They were consistent mid-table team. So,
absolutely. But look, I think Silva. I mean, I tell you, would be perfect for Tottenham. I think it'd be. I like Luis Enrique.
Ooh, but I wouldn't send him to Tottenham though. No manager deserves to be punished like that.
No, I tell you what though. I mean, if say Eddie Howe, if the owners think they need a bigger name than Eddie Howe, I tell you what, Enrique would be top of the list. One of the top of the list.
Simeone. I definitely think if you've got Champions League football and you give him the budget that he wants, no problem.
Exactly.
No problem.
I think Luis Enrique turned Newcastle. I'll tell you what, right? If that term special,
the question is, will he hack the cold?
Yeah.
as someone who lives in the south, it is very cold up there. So as far as I'm concerned,
I know exactly, man. And I would just say, you know what, sort of thing. If I tell you what, I mean, I think it'd be very close at getting Newcastle our first title, and I think you'd do it in this first season, Newcastle, if they give them the budget as well. I need to buy an Arsenal jersey to wear on the stream to honour the Lacey and Featley. I never wear rival team jerseys unless it's to honour a friend or colleague who supports the Arsenal. Do you know what it is on Stephen Featley, right? Rest in peace, Stephen. I love you. And it's so shocking, so sad to hear this.
Yeah.
And I can't believe it, man. I cannot believe it.
It is sad.
He's only 29. 29. He's so passionate. He says it how it is. He doesn't suffer fools. He doesn't. Yeah. He does. If Steve was a Newcastle fan, right?
Yeah.
He'll get jumped on because he's too honest. That is the thing. But he says it how it is.
Yeah.
Don't flip and flop. That's why people respect him as a podcaster.
Oh yeah. 100%.
So at the end of the day, right? Some of our fan base, right? I mean, your fan base was just not great. Some of them. There's always some people. So yeah, Leeds thinks Leeds going to win that game. Nippon thinks Spurs going to win. Wolves to Leeds 3. Sky Sports News: Egetia and protect the boot out for a few weeks.
That's okay. Jesus is back. We're good. That's fine. That's good. That's good. That's fine.
You still want to talk numbers?
Your defence is in trouble. Nketiah out the door. He's not coming back. He's out the door. He's injured.
Oh, I tell you what, though, you miss him. You do miss him, Lottie. You're gonna miss him.
I might just a little bit, bit. But like as I said, Jesus is back. He looked good for. I think he had 25 minutes against Fulham. He looked good.
Yeah.
So, and Martinelli's on fire at the moment. So is Saka. Saka's kind of fizzled out because people have worked out they double up on him. He's stuffed.
I think he's being found out slightly, but he'll definitely find a way. Definitely find a way. So, would either of you take Patrick Bamford for your clubs? V? Probably not. Probably not for me because he's injury prone. That's number one. He's a good player, but for me, he's too injury prone for me. I want my striker.
It's a bit like Ben Chilwell. I love Ben Chilwell at Chelsea. He's brilliant, but he's too injury prone to have at the club. That's the problem.
Exactly.
And Nippon will probably agree with me here, but their win percentage goes a lot higher when they start Chilwell. They win more games with Chilwell.
Yes.
So.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I like him, but I wouldn't.
I think Chelsea's going to find a way. They're going to find a way. But I tell you what.
But it's just Chelsea are just lucky like that. They're just lucky like that. Even their women's team. Although I did enjoy this. I'm sorry, John, I'm going to mention this. The Conti Cup win against them, which was glorious. Emma Hayes looked like Kevin out of Kevin and Perry Go Large. It was great.
Yeah.
She had one of their moods on, so it was brilliant.
Oh, I know. Yeah, but not for me. I mean, thing is, so, I mean, going back to Patrick, I mean, look, he's injury prone. Callum Wilson as well is injury prone as well. I mean, you get so like 25 games in Callum. That's the thing. And I love Callum the bits. I'm going to say it again. But for me, if you want to go to the next level, next step, if you want to go to that next level to where you want to be, I'm afraid to say that Callum will not take us there. I mean, look, he'll be a suspension player, and that is about it. Isak is the guy, and you need another striker as well. So, for me, Patrick Bamford's not the word. I think Conte go home to Italy after the year he's had personally. You know what it is, Leslie? He's not being backed properly. That is the thing. And he's been warned before by working for Daniel Levy, right? He doesn't spend a lot of money, right? Taking on Daniel Levy is like taking on Tyson Fury. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. He's just got tight purse strings, doesn't want to spend any money, but expects them to win stuff. Exactly. I mean, who sacks a manager before a cup final? Like,
no, I never heard of that one.
Was it Jose? Yeah, it was Jose Mourinho, wasn't it?
It was. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like Jose, again, another serial winning manager, and he can't win anything with them. It's just, don't get it. Man. Don't get it.
I don't get it either. Don't get it at all. Strange club.
Bottle jobs.
Exactly. Strange club. Let's hope we beat them in April. I'll tell you, if we beat them, you know what, Lottie?
We've had 6 points off them. We've had 6 points off him, so sure turn next.
Exactly. We said about Conte and Luis Enrique was their first choice. Yeah. Brighton's just scored, by the way. Thanks for that.
Hey, who scored? Can somebody tell me who scored, please?
But that's not good news for us, though. That's not good for Newcastle.
Oh, really. No, it's not good news, but it's more of a case of my fantasy football.
Yes.
Sorry, well, I'm obsessed at the minute. Oh, it looks like it was Matoma. Yes, it was Matoma. I'll take that. And Solly March. Sure. Yes. Yeah, Matoma with the assist and Solly March with the goal. I'll take that.
You take that? Cool.
Yeah.
Newcastle isn't that cool. It's generally warmer than other parts of the northeast, even time sign. Lots of places much further south. They're on average a fair bit cooler down at the Toon. That's in Tom. Big up to you, Tom, by the way. I hope you're okay, mate, and your family too. And got one for you. We're extremely lucky where we are in the Midlands. Literally dodge most of the extremes. Yes.
Oh, that's pretty cool. And that is pretty cool.
Due to be slightly inland and also sheltered in the Pennines. Tom, I hope you're all right, man. We all think of you, right? And we are. Stay strong for us, mate, please. Yeah, stay strong, mate. We love you. You know what I mean? And, sorry to hear that, mate. Is it Emma Hayes-Aguna?
She's our ex-assistant manager that won Europe with us. We're still the only women's team to win it in the country. Yeah. And Emma Hayes still hasn't got one as a manager yet. So, I don't know, and I don't particularly care. I'm not her biggest fan.
Fair enough. Let's move swiftly on then to the next prediction. It's going to be Chelsea against Everton. Ooh. Chelsea won the last 3 games, if you count the Champions League, and against Sean Dyche as Everton, and they will make it tough, very, very tough for any team as Sean Dyche is here. Everton are 15th in the league, which is highest at the minute. They won 2 out of the last 5 games, and Chelsea are on a roll at the minute. I think Everton's record at Stamford Bridge is not bad at all whatsoever. They got a couple of draws down there.
Yeah.
But I think Chelsea will find a way. It's going to be tight, but I'm going to say 1-0 Chelsea.
Do you know what? I'm just looking at their last record. I think it's going to be a draw. Everton, as you said, Everton like draws. Everton have won their last game. Chelsea drew their last game. So, yeah, I'm going to go for a draw. I'm going to go for like a 2-2 draw.
A 2-2 draw. And that's at Stamford Bridge. So that's going to be very, very interesting there. But I think that's a game that's going to be worth watching as well. But it's going to be so tough.
No, definitely. It's going to be an interesting one. Especially a half 5 kickoff on a Saturday night. Definitely.
Exactly. And you know what it is, right? I mean, Graham Potter, all fans want them gone. They want them out. And, you know, and the thing is, right, they need a number 9 in the summer. Just as for number 9. They keep changing their back. So, I mean, Koulibaly, right, who I rate very, very highly when he's at Napoli. Yes, he has to set it alight at Chelsea, but he's come to his own now. I really do like him. Thiago Silva is a big, big miss.
Yeah, no, agreed. Completely agreed.
So, got one here. No, you manage Chelsea, but you don't have to support the team you manage. That's in the pool.
That is actually quite true. Our Beth Mead is actually a Man United fan. So that is very true.
It is. Still love Miggy's favourite draw he's saying is effing Feasing. That's from Miggy. I've heard that as well.
That's my catchphrase when I travel away with the Arsenal and I
exactly, man.
Come up to you guys.
Exactly.
Bloody freezing up here.
I know. But hey ho, I mean, I do miss living at Newcastle, man. I really do. But I got a job in Bristol here. Spurs occurs as simple as that. That's in the pun. I'm fine, John. Don't know if you're confusing me with someone else, but all's well here. Oh, sorry, man. I thought that. I got it wrong. So I thought you might have had partially. You know what? But I'm not going to say it. But look, Tom, I'm sorry, man, and got it wrong. So yeah, I'll get the message, but. As long as you're fine, mate, you're absolutely fine, man. So, I apologize. Question above: which goal did your team concede that made you sit back and say, "Fair play"? No keeper in the world is saving that. Wow, I don't know. I can't think of many scores like worldies against us.
Yeah.
I can't think of that. I know Dennis Bergkamp scored a worldie against Shay Given back in 2002.
Yeah, we've got the statue outside the ground. Yeah, it's got to be that one for me. I was just thinking it was either that or it was the Thierry Henry against Man United Carling Cup 2001. Absolute rocket. It was my first game. That's the main reason why I'd pick that one. But yeah, it's between them two for me. I know it's not recent, but.
I can remember back in 2005 when Rudy hit a 30-yard rocket past Shea Given top corner. He had no chance. That goal was absolutely fantastic. And as a Newcastle fan, I had to admire that goal. It was absolutely brilliant, man. That rocket 30 yards in the top corner, he had no chance. Absolutely.
Yeah, but there are goals like where you just sit there and think, wow, that's a good goal. You know, just to appreciate the sport. I mean, I think there was a few decent ones. A couple of seasons ago, I was watching Udinese. Have I pronounced that right, John? Udinese.
Udinese.
Yeah, there's a few absolute rockets a few seasons back, and I was just like, yeah, I like that. It's the main reason why I started watching them was Rodrigo de Paul, who's over at Atleti now.
Atletico Madrid. Madrid.
Yeah.
I tell you what, Rodrigo de Paul, he's a good player. I know. He is a fantastic CDM. Yeah. He really, really is. Gets forward. And of
would
course,
you have him at Newcastle?
100%. That guy gets booked about 10 times, so. But watching Udinese, he's one of the better players. He's a great player, him, De Paul. I mean,
he's absolutely fantastic. He's great to watch. He's a World Cup winner as well.
He is. Udinese sold him too cheaply. They only sold him about 18 million. Sold him too cheaply. That's what I've heard.
Oh my God. I just wish Arsenal had bought him now.
And but if he came to the Premier League, I think he'll love the Premier League.
He'd have so much fun here. He'd upset quite a fair few people. You see a few more fights as well, I think.
He's got a release clause of well over 100 million as a World Cup winner. Well over 100 mil. But you never know. He's a young player. He's a young lad.
Oh yeah, it depends if he wants to come and hack the cold over here compared to Spain and Italy.
Exactly. Or you could always have a word with Kieran Trippier.
That is true. That is true. Or who is it? You can always chat to Christian Romero, but not go to Tottenham.
Oh no! I'll tell you what though, Christian Romero's a quality defender, but he's getting booked all the
He's
time.
silly. He does silly
Stupid
mistakes.
Stupid things.
And that's
things.
what lowers his like my opinion on him.
Mm.
Like I didn't watch him before he came over here. Do you know what I mean? So my opinion of him's quite low. Never mind the fact he's got like a Tottenham shirt on, but it's just silly mistakes. I mean, the red card he got at ours, it was so avoidable.
Exactly.
Although I loved every minute of it.
Yes,
it was avoidable when you look back at it.
Yeah. So there you go. Go with some more comments as well before we go into the next game as well. And everyone chat everyone. Napoleon reckons Chelsea to win by 2 goals over the heart. Heat once each. Thank you, Tom. And I would like to see ex-league players like Phineas stand for us in the summer. I tell you what, he could be gettable, right? He's on 100k a week, and I tell you what, I'd love to have him. I'd love to have him. And Mason Mount's Portsmouth fan, and that probably is level 2. That's some Nippon. Chelsea 2-2, no Everton to get relegated, concede and not score. I would love to see Yotta from Celtic in the Premier League. It's Boston in Scotland. SPL he is. I think he's a cracker player. Kyogo as well. Atati is a great player as well too. Apparently Chelsea on Bayern Munich are no longer interested to RE. For me, he'd be on a fee in the summer. And if I'm a betting guy, it'd be off to Italy, Inter Milan, because he's born in Italy as well. And a lot of people don't know that as well. So it has to be against your team. Yeah, gotta be on it. And let's go into I think it's the final one, by the way. I think this is a Sunday game, and it's your team. And,
yep, Sunday 2:00. I can confirm that. I'm going.
You're going to the match. There you go.
Yeah.
So take it away then. Take it away. The floor is yours.
Oh God! Do you know what? As much as I love Big Paddy V, he's got to give me the 3 points, and it's going to be a last-minute winner. If anything, if Bournemouth was anything to go by, it's going to be a last-minute winner. I can't afford a draw here. The only draw I'm expecting in the next few weeks is away at Newcastle, so that has to be a win for me. I'm going to go 2-0 to the Arsenal.
Yeah, I mean, for me, last season with nils each, and Paris absolutely frustrated. If it was nils each or 2-0, I think it might be 2 each. They frustrated you last season, man.
Yeah, no, as I said, Lacazette 2-2, last minute goal.
Yeah.
Oh.
Scored in the 95th minute as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, luckily.
And I tell you,
I think that was one of the very few he scored all last season as well.
I know. I thought it was going to be a pitch invasion as well. And I tell you what, and
not quite.
Not quite.
I'll be honest with you, like the stadium started emptying out at 90 minutes. People just wanted to go home because they thought we lost it. And I've never left before full time, no matter how bad it gets.
Good for you. Good for you. Good for you.
Can't
you know
do
why?
it.
Because at the end of the day, right, doesn't do fans any good at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Doesn't do any fans good at all, babe. And you know what? I just think you've got to be a true fan. I mean, I tend not to leave before the game ends. How bad we play as well. But as a YouTuber, how good I stay till the end. So, and that's how it is, sort of thing. So, and as a true fan, simple as that. But I'm gonna go. I agree with you. I'm gonna go one better. I'm gonna say 3-0 to the Arsenal.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. Is that possibly because Gabby's on fire at the moment?
He's coming. I think he's going to make a difference. He's going to come back and make a difference. You know what I mean? And Jesus, I've always rated Jesus. Always rated him. And I tell you what, Man City have made it clear that they'd be happy to sell any player. They're not happy, sort of thing. You know what I mean? And selling a top player to a rival, that is poor form by Pep. I think that can cost them a title. Selling Jesus.
Yeah, but when you're bringing in players like Haaland, don't matter. It doesn't matter. I mean, how many hat-tricks has he had this season?
I think it's 5.
He's had a fair few. Yeah, exactly.
And I'll tell you what, as well,
it's not
Erling.
But I think their biggest loss is Zinchenko. I love that guy. I love him. He's such a class player.
Quality player, isn't he? He's getting there. He's playing the part now. He's joining the party at the Arsenal. What a left back! And I want to see my left back actually play left back. I'd take Kieran Tierney in the summer.
Yeah.
I would. He's a
I know.
proper-
Thing is, will he like? Long as he gets the first, he wants to be number one. He was number one at Arsenal for a long time, number one at Celtic for a long time, but his injury record goes against him, and that's the problem.
That is the thing,
he needs
man.
a club where he's going to be number one all the time.
Yes,
but he's got to stay fit. That's the problem.
That is the problem, and you just got to stay fit and stay focused every week, and then you be in the team. But obviously, Mikel,
exactly.
got other reasons why, So I got the Mr. Arsenal podcast evening to John Lottie. Big up to you, mate. I hope you're okay.
Ryan.
And
Ryan.
Ryan. I like him. He's good, isn't he? Ryan, he's good.
Yeah,
he is good. Do you know what I mean? Big up to Ryan there, and even to Mr. Arsenal, ever saying hi to him. 3-2, Arsenal 3, Palace 2. Wow.
I think Nippon's out to give me a heart attack.
I know. I tell you what, he wants you to win. I don't think he wants you to win.
Had a shot. 270 minutes.
Say again, babe.
Oh, sorry. Was it 270 minutes since they've had a shot on target?
Not. Yeah, 270 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not really seeing that 3-2, Nippon. I'm sorry.
Wow, that is not good. They're in trouble.
I'm liking these Arsenals to win. You guys are awesome. I like this.
Yes. Even Alan said Arsenal to win. And Leslie said you can't see Palace scoring. Leah saying a draw. A draw against Palace. Very interesting. Very interesting. And Palace are losing comedy to Brighton. They are indeed.
Yep.
And I tell you what, though, it's just, I tell you what, Palace, I don't know what's wrong with Palace. They've got good players there. They've got really good players there. And it's just not performing at all whatsoever. I don't know what's going on with them. Do you know what I mean? But they need to find form very, very quickly. Otherwise, they're going to be bother. We couldn't even beat Palace as well. 2-0 each draw. That is not great. So, like I said, I'm going to go 3-0 to Arsenal. I think they're going to be too strong in every single department. So, there's another game I could talk about as well. Man City. I think it's Man City, Fulham.
I think that is postponed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a cup game.
Liverpool, Fulham is postponed. Man City, West Ham postponed. Brighton, Man United postponed. So
yeah. So we can't talk about them, unfortunately. But what we do, right? You got a quarterfinal Women's Champions League game against Bayern Munich.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm in Block 7 for that. So excited. Over 10,000 tickets have been sold. The max I've seen is about 7,500, and that's just the East Stand at Arsenal, opposite the Tunnel. But we've now opened up further around the North Bank. I'm in Block 7. There's a group of 20 of us going. I'm so excited. It's unbelievable. Georgia Stanway is coming to the Emirates. Don't get me wrong. I know she plays for Bayern, but she also plays for England. So. And I'm absolutely a huge fan of the girls when they got their England shirts on, but some of them, when they return to domestic football, not interested.
Fair enough. And even Macy loves women's football as well. And I tell you what, she's so passionate as well. And you know what it is, right? I mean, I've got to do some women's football as well, live as well. I've got to do women's football. I forgot for watching. I'll probably be good at that as well. Do you know what I mean? So I would definitely.
Do you know what? You'd probably enjoy it. I think my only complaint with women's football at the moment is all the the linesmen, the lineswomen, the referees. They're not completely. What's the word? They're not fully qualified to be referees. They're only part-time. They need to be full-time, and that is the problem. I've watched back a penalty that was on Sunday. I missed because I was still making my way into the ground. And it was a soft penalty all day long. It shouldn't have been a penalty. But this is the level of difference. We need full-time referees, not part-timers.
That's the thing. Absolutely. I mean, good football is now full-time. So you need full-time referees. Simple as that. Yeah. And you're absolutely right. And Newcastle ladies got a good win against Columbus. Yay. I mean, you're in the lower leagues as well because you just started.
You're National League, and you guys aren't fully full-time professionals yet, are you? I think you're part-time.
Part-time.
If I remember rightly. Yeah.
Yeah, we are. And if you can get to the top flight sort of thing, then yes, then they can rub shoulders of the big ones. You know what I mean? But
yeah, come and play with the big girls.
Absolutely. I mean, remember we always sold out the Emirates this season where we hosted Spurs, Lottie, in the Women's Super League.
We did. I think the fullest I've seen it was Chelsea. There was more Arsenal fans there than there was Chelsea fans. But I kind of looked up. The whole of the West Stand above me was full. Behind the benches it was full. The whole of the lower tier was gone, and there's maybe about 3/4 of upstairs was full. So it was absolutely brilliant. I mean, Spurs, we did sell out because it's a North London derby. But with the women's football, I'll be honest with you, the North London derby isn't what it is with the men's, although the fans are working on it. Put it this way. The Spurs women are having a absolute rubbish season. They've just 9 losses in a row now. And it's not looking good for them at the moment. 9 losses in a row. So,
and you don't care, Lottie. You don't care. No.
Oh, I kind of do, because one of our midfielders is out on loan and she doesn't look happy. But it's just the only way she's going to get minutes. She isn't going to get in with our new signings at all. I mean, at the moment with the relegation battle, there's 2 teams. Brighton and Leicester on 8 points. You've got Reading and Tottenham on 10 points, and you can throw Liverpool into the mix with 14 points as well. So it can absolutely go any way for them at the moment.
I tell you what, I think I like watching women's football, so I watch it wherever I can. Do you know what I mean? But I tell you what,
I have to recommend an app though. It's called the FA Player. You can get it on the App Store. You can watch all of women's football for free on the FA Player, or you can go and watch on DAZN for the European football. It's completely free on YouTube. So if you're ever a bit bored of the international break, come watch the women.
I will. Definitely. Are you doing the watch along? If you're doing the watch along, I may join you.
Oh, I'm at the games most of the time. I'm just I'd rather be in the grounds. Don't get me wrong, I love doing my YouTube stuff on my channel, but it will not take me away from the grounds.
Exactly.
So it's what it's all about for me. It's my social time, my time to let some steam off, scream my head off, support my team. So
brilliant. And they sacked their manager as well.
Yeah, Brighton's manager. Brighton and I think Tottenham have now sacked their managers. Yep.
Well, that's not good, isn't it? Ruthless. Managers, ruthless. Well done to Newcastle Lasses. And we got one here from Brentford, 1 up at Southampton. That's from Lee. Thank you for that, Lee. Thanks for that, Lee. I'm on the Liverpool game now against Madrid. DW John, I get you on for
actually, John, you're doing really well. You're second in the North Division at the moment. You've had 5 out of 5 wins. You're on 40 points for this season. Not bad.
That's Newcastle Lasses, yeah?
Yep. 5 out of 5 win, 40 points. You could be going up to the next division.
Thank you very much for letting us know. Let's hope we do it. Like, you know, let's get 52,000 capacity before we get up there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
DW John, and I'll get you on for a few women's games. Got an invite.
Ryan does a lot of the women's games as well. So he as well as the men's, he does do decent women content.
Thank you. I tell you, I take up on that as well, man. So it's nice to go on different people's channels, sort of thing. Like, you know, I do as well.
Definitely it is. Well. This is why I don't get invited anywywhere anymore. So that's why I'm always like, well, come on.
Come on. That's a good question. Who's your favorite? I mean, I'm getting people asking this as well. Who's your favorite AFTV people? I know you're not a big fan.
No one.
Not at all. Not judges or Potts, Dan Potts. Nope. None of them.
Nope. I know Lee. I know Dan. Obviously, I've met them off screen, and they're just normal people to me. I don't have any favourites. I don't watch AFTV.
You don't. Not even judges on then. No. Fair enough.
Nope, I'm not giving them the clicks. Do you know what I mean? I just can't bring myself to do it.
Do you think so sure? Do you think so sure? Or
I don't know, if I'm honest with you.
I mean, if they win, then they're all quiet. But when they get beat,
but like when we get beat, touch wood, we don't anytime soon. Mm-hmm. It's a case of it's not Arsenal fans that are watching it; it's everybody else. because they think it's absolutely hilarious that these people are losing their minds. Like, it's just some of the opinions that come off there. People do too much of this before they think about what they say. And that is the problem. I think the only person that's been on there who's been sensible enough is my very good friend Chris, who is also known as Gunner King.
Yeah.
He is sensible. He is sensible, and he's actually got some constructive opinions. And I don't mind if I know he's appearing on this. The only time they get my views, because I want to hear what he's got to say.
Is that Chris? He used to be on there, did he? Chris?
No. Yeah. This is Gunner King. He's a part of Armory TV.
Yeah.
He's a good friend of mine.
Yeah. I know what you mean. I mean, missing Claude as well. God rest his soul, Claude.
Yeah.
I mean, and you got like Claude. I really do like Claude as well.
I see Ty all the time as well. To be fair, like he's one of the very few AFTV that pop up at the women's game with the lady that does AFTV. What's her name?
What's her name? Is it? I know who she is. I know.
You know who I'm talking about, though. I can't remember. Yeah. I can't remember her name, but she also does a lot of women's content as well. I can't
remember now. No, she is. I know exactly who she is. She goes on FTV a lot. Not Charlene.
Yeah, although some of her stuff is a bit really irritating for me, because there was something that happened at a Brighton game, and
Pippa, that's the one.
There we go, Pippa. There we go. Ryan's
got it. Pippa, thank you.
Something happened at a men's away game, John, and then she attacked the Arsenal fans. And I will always back the away boys, because I've been up to a Liverpool-Arsenal away, and between Everton and Liverpool, they've got park. When you cross that park and you're not a home fan, you're in trouble. I've been chased across that park past the station by Liverpool fans, straight into the away pub, and the Arsenal boys have always come and backed the girls. I don't know why they chase the girls, but I've been chased round by Everton as well. I've never, ever not backed the away fans. They don't want AFTV anywhere near the club, fine. But it was just a case of certain cards being played, and I didn't agree with it.
No,
at all.
Don't need that at all, man. You just don't need it. We don't want to go back to the 70s or 80s, man. We've gone past that.
No, you don't. The thing is, it's been a long time since that's happened. Like, this was like when I was like 17. But it's not the point.
No.
Thank you.
Thank you, Leslie. She's lovely, Leslie. I spoke to her as well over the phone a couple of times now. She is really lovely. And she's talk sense about Newcastle United as well. I hope also Lasses beat the Germans, as in Alan. Yeah. And
but then the one thing with that, I'd love to do that. We have got an easier route through the Champions League, but at this point is the point where we regularly go out of the Champions League. But thanks to our wonderful Ellen White, she's given us a slightly easier route, but it's still going to be a very tough game. I think the Conti Cup has kicked us on, and I hope we've still got that drive to just go out and beat them. We play them Tuesday over in Germany, and then they come to us at the end of the month. So it's going to be an absolutely massive game. I can't wait.
It's going to be huge. So good luck to that as well.
So that one Thursday night, I might not be around.
Oh, bless you. You can still make next Wednesday, though.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah.
Yay. Next Wednesday. Big shout out to Les, or absolutely bossing us always. She is indeed. And she and your star Jules. I mean, why did Jules, got a question for you. Why did they call you Julie Poo? What does Jez call you Julie Poo? You need to tell us, man. But I don't know why. But it's a nice name. It's a nice name. So I get it. So just got one report. So I don't know if it's true or not, right? But just looked at it now, right? According to one of the links.
Oh, Brentford are 1-0 up.
Yes.
They are 1-0 up. Ivan Toney scored.
There's your answer. What a player. Yeah. What a player. I mean, according to Ben Jacobs, so I want to try and go on with sure again. I was going for an answer that Arsenal told Tammy Abraham would be open to someone transfer to Newcastle United. And I've got a story for that as well. Because, right, I can remember a couple of seasons ago under Rafa Benitez, right? We tried to get the guy on loan from Chelsea. And he said he didn't want to come because there's too many clubs.
Yeah.
Nightclubs and all that. The big market as well sort of is too tempting. And, you know, which I think that's absolutely strange for him to come out and say that. Now,
that is a bit odd.
It is. He scored 30-odd goals for Roma in his first season, which is absolutely fantastic.
I find that him built as a footballer, he's very skinny. A bit like Fabio Vieira, he's very skinny. So he's suited to the Italian leagues, but I'm not surprised. I know that's not much said about the Italian leagues, John. I know you watch a lot of Italian football, but that's his build at the moment. It suits the Italian leagues, whereas you look at players like Saka and Smith Rowe, they were really skinny, but they've now bulked out a little bit, and they're more built for the Premier League. So that's really interesting. Yeah, if he does come, he's going to have to bulk out a bit.
I think he does. I think he needs
to train with Kieran Trippier. That's for sure.
He does.
Or even Bruno.
Exactly. Get fit to Osimhen. That'd be brilliant for Napoli. Get him in. But that ain't going to happen anytime soon. No. Big thumbs to John. Thank you, Lee. Appreciate that, because Cheers is a nutter. Wow. There's a nutter. Exactly, Jules.
Being a nutter is a positive thing. It depends.
It is. Absolutely. Fun. It's a bit of fun. But it is what it is. But they're lovely people, and I'm so glad I've got them on my side. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that as well. So we've gone through the games as well. Can you just give us one guaranteed goal scorer? He's going to score over the weekend. One guaranteed goal scorer.
What, from my team or any team?
Anyone.
Ooh. And you know what? I'm going to go with Gabriel Martinelli. I can't not choose Gabriel Martinelli. I can't not choose. If it wasn't an Arsenal player, I would go with Solly Marsh from Brighton.
Yeah, good choice. I could go with anyone as well. I could have said Trossard as well.
Yeah, do you know what? I've got a really good stat for you, John, actually.
Cool. I'll go Ivan Toney, by the way.
He is, in one game against Fulham, he's got the same amount of assists as Son for the season.
Wow. And that says something, man. That says something, doesn't it? He's a good player, Trossard. He's always been great. I like Trossard.
I enjoy it. I've always enjoyed watching him play, but I've had a really difficult... since he's moved to Arsenal. As much as I love having him at the club, my fantasy football's not going well.
It's not. Bless you.
Because I can't have more than 3 Arsenal players, can I? So
cannot really, nah. But like I said, it is what it is, and you know what? I think he's good. Do
you know what? He's overdue a goal. He's overdue. John, if you could pick one Newcastle player to score this weekend, who would it be?
We got Farso Weir. We're expecting goals. For me, I'm going to say Isak again. I think that guy. I like Isak.
He's a baller. I do enjoy it. I first picked him up in the Euros. I was like, yeah, I want him at my club. So yes. I'm glad he's gone to you and not someone else, though. I will say that.
I know. Oh, bless you. Thank you for that, man. I mean, you paid 63 million quid for the guy. And I tell you what, I mean...
You've got the money. Don't worry.
You've got the money. We got the money. Only if you scored against Palace, you tried to do the messy chip. And that was a daft thing to do. You got to blast it. When you want them on clean through, you've got to blast it.
Especially it's Guetta. I can't pronounce his name.
Greta.
Yeah, that's it.
And you got to beat him. You got to chip that ball over. You
just got to put it hard and top bins, or the bottom of the goal, straight and hard. He's not going to get there.
Exactly. I mean, how did he miss that? I just do not know. But at the end of the day, he looks out for the team. I like him. I think this guy's going to make a difference. I think he's going to get goals for us. If he gets to service, that header against Wolves was fantastic. What a header! Jumped like a salmon, by the way. We're glad to Lottie. Well, hey.
Hey, do you know what I do? I do enjoy coming on here, John. I've got to say, I mean, you've got the best people in the chat. They're just awesome.
Thank you. Honestly. Thank you. They're all fun as well, like, do you know what I mean? And we definitely got to do like a preview show together, sort of thing. We play use as well, guaranteed. You know what I mean? I'm sure Andy will come on as well. Offer you asked us to come on as well, and I'm sure he will do as well. He have a lot to say, I'm sure. Andy's good. And Ryan said that they only just got the money. They just got the money for Lottie. If they paid any more, they might have gone bust.
I'm going to let you answer that because I want to laugh at that, and I'm not going to.
Are we talking about? Who are we talking about here?
I think we're talking about Isak. I think this is about Isak.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Look, at the end of the day, right? I mean, I can see where you're coming from, guys.
I've never known you guys to pay this amount of money for a player. So, and it's a good investment. Isak is a good investment.
It's only 22, really 20 years old.
So is Bruno.
Exactly. We paid a lot of money for players the same. These owners we've got now are fantastic. They're real. Yeah. And absolutely amazing. I know you are, Ryan. But you know what it is, right? I mean, we paid Bruno 36 mil. Well, up to 40 million on add-ons on top. 40 million for Bruno. We paid 35 for Botman. We paid 63 from Isak with the add-ons as well. We have spent big money at Newcastle United. We have. And I'll tell you something, right? We haven't done yet. We are going to pay for the right players as well.
Oh, yeah, no, you get Europe, as I said to you in the last show, it'll open so many doors. Doesn't matter if it's Conference League, Europa League, Champions League, does not matter. It will open so many doors for you.
Exactly. We don't get top 4, let's do Europe. Just get in the Europa League, whatever it may be.
Either way, I don't see Newcastle not getting any form of Europe this season.
Agree. Totally agree. Totally agree. Fingers crossed we'll do it. We'll do
Same
it.
with the Arsenal as well. Well, hopefully we'll stay where we are. But cup final, every game's a cup final for us for the moment. I'm not looking ahead. I'm just focusing on Palace at the moment.
Absolutely. And that's a big game. That's a big game on Sunday. Good luck to that as well. We're going to wrap up then. Ross, I know you're a busy lass as well and all that, but we're just going to talk about Nick Pope as well quickly, right? I mean, should have been sent off on Sunday.
Oh, do you know what? I've sort of seen the highlights, but I haven't watched it. Like, I haven't actually slowed it down and watched it properly. So I can't give you a definite answer. What would you say? I'm so sorry.
For me, I'll say he should have been sent off. I'm not going to lie.
Again?
I tell you, he's a lucky guy. Seriously. I mean, Botman played the ball to him, right? He had a heavy touch. Him and us got nipped in. And then he actually slightly pushed Jimenez. He went down, right?
But the thing is, he goes down like a sack of potatoes anyway. I'm sorry.
That is the problem. He doesn't need to do that. The guy is 6'2". He doesn't need to do that. You know what I mean? And he went down, right? And then the referee's about 30, 40 yards away from the incident. What should have done? Could have gone to VAR. They could have VAR'd that. And if they have done that, Pope would have been sent off with the penalty. And he would have got a 4-game ban.
Yeah. No, exactly. And that's the last thing you want at this stage in the season as well.
I know. Because I'll tell you what, though, he needs to shape up. Yes, he made a good save in the second half. Can't blame for the goal because that's down to Trippier when he tried to clear it, totally missed it, and then straight to Hejan for Wolves, and he couldn't believe his luck. Unbelievable. But we won the game in the end. We made up as well. Been a great show to Tony. Lee, my name's John, mate.
It's John, Sinclair TV. Come on.
Come on, Lee. We're got, man.
It might just be predictive text. You never know with these gadgets. The amount of times that predictive text gets me is ridiculous.
Absolutely. Totally agree. And I've got one here from Leslie. Thanks, John Lottie. Loving the chats too. Please like, subscribe, and share your socials. Help this channel onwards and upwards. Leslie, thank you so much indeed. Absolutely. It was 50-50 challenge from Lee. That's what he reckons. And okay, John, thanks, Lee. I think it's a predicted text, by the way. Predicted text there. So where can we find you? Could you give a shout so we can find you on your socials?
Oh, yeah, you can find me at Lottie_AWFC. Although I do watch a lot of men's football, my content is mainly women's football. I've got a World Cup show coming up very soon with my good friend Georgina. We have so much fun. I can't wait to get John on over the international for the World Cup in the summer. But you can come and find me at Vic Akers Wonderland on YouTube. Latest episode was released yesterday. I will be dropping a new one for the Bayern Munich game on Monday. So all very, very exciting stuff.
Fantastic. And thanks to your socials there. And I've got one here from watching both shows. Thank you, Lee. I love coffee. Hi to you, mate. Hope you're okay. John, did you look at Alan Shearer's in Nottingham, mate? I will watch that, mate. I will. I know you sent a DM on that one, Gary. I've still got that one, mate. And I will have a check-up on that as well. So I will do that at some stage. I might even watch that on the way to work tomorrow, mate. I'm sure I will. And I'm sure show's over. You're a bit late, Tyler Coffee. You're late. But I always watch it. I love him, by the way. He was on the show on Lucas' show the other day last week. Bye to you and Lottie as well, mate. You take care, mate. And here, coffee, better late than never. Exactly. And guys, you can find us on the social as well. The link's in the description there. Like, subscribe, also super chat, and also drop a like on the video as well, which is amazing. And also, if you just like to be a member, which is just 99p, I appreciate it as well. Thanks to the mods as well. And dropping in a like, thank you, mate. I appreciate that. give John take it to you, Jules, as well. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
And let's just chat to coffee as well. So, what's today? Wednesday. I'll hope to be here tomorrow. It could be a preview, sure, because I might do a preview show about 7:15 if I'm going to do it. If not, I could have to do a really early one because we've got a game on Friday against Forest, and we've got to do it again next week. Lottie, you'll do it next week again?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Cool.
Yeah, definitely next week. That's cool.
Jam, you got a match on Thursday, haven't you? So
I think so. I'd have to. I'll double check my calendar and I'll let you know.
Please do. That'd be amazing.
We've got Sporting next week. No, we've got Sporting tomorrow. I'll take that back.
Sporting Lisbon.
Sporting's tomorrow. I think it's a women's game. 1 second, John.
Yeah.
Tuesday. No, next week's fine. I think
next week's fine.
Yeah, next week's fine. It's the Wednesday the 29th. I won't be around because I will be watching my team take on Bayern Munich.
Yes,
so, fair enough. Not next week, week after.
Fair enough. We don't talk about that as well, but let us know as well. So at the end of the day, you got to watch your football, you got to watch your team as well, and I've got to come on your channel soon as well.
No, definitely.
We've got a game against you guys and me, so we'll definitely come on that. So you come on mine as well for a preview as well. 3-1 win against Forest. Come on the Toon. Thank you, Lee. And until then, guys, I'm going to get away. I will do backstage in a bit. And what you decide to do, enjoy your evening. Don't forget it's Mother's Day on Sunday. So buy your mum lovely flowers and cards, chocolates, you name it, is there. So, and make sure you do that. And then I should hope to be back tomorrow for a preview show. And then until then, guys, I shall see you guys tomorrow. Until then, it's a